This is the briefing from Transport Topics for November 5th. I'm Esmeralda Leon. Discover the full potential of your fleet with IQ Cruise. This isn't just cruise control, it's seamless integration, up to 9% fuel savings, and real-time insights. Easy for drivers to adopt, proven to perform. Drive smarter, drive IQ Cruise. After 4 decades of providing software to the trucking industry, McLeod is now integrating artificial intelligence into its transportation management systems. TT Managing Editor Seth Clevenger sits down with McLeod Software CEO Tom McLeod to find out why the company is incorporating AI into trucking software and how it will work for carriers and brokers. Catch the latest Road Signs podcast at ttn.ws/episode 179. Now let's dive into the day's top stories. Truck makers have won a key court victory against California regulators over clean truck standards. U.S. District Judge Dina Coggins granted a preliminary injunction blocking enforcement of the state's Clean Truck Partnership, siding with Daimler Truck, PACCAR, Volvo Group, and International Motors. The companies argued that California's rules conflict with federal law under the Clean Air Act. Coggins said the state's case was weakened after Attorney General Rob Bonta filed a separate breach of contract suit, calling that move an attempt to enforce preempted standards. The dispute follows President Donald Trump's decision earlier this year to void California's Clean Truck and NOx regulations through the Congressional Review Act. Other claims from the truck makers were denied, but the broader legal fight over who controls emissions rules, state or federal regulators, continues later this month in state court. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned yesterday that U.S. air travel could face, quote, mass chaos, end quote, if the government shutdown continues and air traffic controllers miss a second paycheck. Many controllers already went unpaid in late October, and staffing shortages have triggered long delays at airports like Newark and Orlando. Duffy said widespread cancellations could follow within days if Congress doesn't act. Airlines, unions, and travel groups are urging lawmakers to end the shutdown, which the U.S. Travel Association says has already cost the economy more than $4 billion. With Thanksgiving approaching, industry leaders warn that extended disruptions could ripple nationwide. The U.K. is still negotiating with the Trump administration to lift U.S. tariffs of 25% on British steel and 10% on whiskey. British Consul General Richard Hyde said the levies are costing the Scotch whiskey industry millions each month and hurting American retailers as well. He argued that British steel is critical to U.S. defense and not a dumping threat. A Supreme Court ruling expected this week could strike down many of Trump's tariffs, potentially triggering large refunds. Beyond trade, UK and US officials are deepening cooperation on AI, quantum computing, and nuclear energy through the new Tech Prosperity Deal. Hyde also highlighted growing US state interest in small modular reactors from Rolls-Royce, as energy demand rises with data center growth. That's it for today. Remember, for all the latest trucking and transportation news, go to the experts at ttnews.com.
Spoken Layer.